So Mandalorian is back, and despite it being one of the biggest shows in the last 5 years, nobody cares. It's honestly depressing how little people care for this show anymore, and even more sad how little the writers care. But that's not the point of this video. You know the drill. Skip to the last chapter in the video for no spoilers. So we start the episode with a shit ton of Mandalorians gathering to swear what looks like a young Din into the creed. And you know, it's cool. This big ass alligator monster thing shows up and they all have to fight it. This goes on for like 2 minutes until it just gets blown the fuck up by Din. Yeah, this isn't a flashback. We just wasted 2 minutes of the opening on these characters who most likely won't show up for majority of the season, if they even show up at all. This is followed by a rehash of the information we were given in the Book of Boba Fett, and Din goes to take a bath on Mandalore or something so he can be forgiven. I got a lot of problems with this opening. 1, it's a lot of filler, something this episode has a lot of. 2, there is no new information given. This was all already stated in the previous show. This doesn't give us any new information or catch us up on anything that happened between the shows. We are at a standstill. While I love most story beats to happen on screen, minor shit can happen off screen. It's like if Season 2 started with Din having to first find a guy with information about a Jedi instead of already having the guy. Season 2's opening works despite not progressing the story much. It still shows us what Din has been up to. He's been actively searching for a Jedi, and this is one of his failed attempts. Din has done jack shit since the Book of Boba Fett. I refuse to believe there has been a time jump. And if you use this crystal thing as an excuse for him doing something, again, we already had this information the crystal gives. I'd also like to bring up Season 1's opening, as I already know somebody will. Yes, nothing in this opening really matters to the plot, but it establishes who Din is, and it establishes the Bounty Hunters Guild, and the overall tone of the show. Series openers do not need to cross any major ground or even completely establish the main plot. They just need to establish characters and tone well, and Season 1's does this extremely well. Following this, Din goes back to Navarro to catch up with Greef Karga. Navarro is like a peaceful and profitable place now. They mention Moff Gideon and pretty much confirm the very obvious fact that he will not play a major role in this season, which I'm honestly bummed out about, as Giancarlo Esposito is able to steal any scene he's in, and I'm sure whatever role he will play in this season will easily be the most memorable moment. So they get into a shootout with some pirates, which I'm assuming is setting up a filler episode based on the dogfight in the following scene. So a major problem I have with Dave Filoni is his refusal to keep characters he created dead and writing them into the canon despite how contradicting they are to that canon. Characters like Ahsoka, Rex, Cobb Vanth, Cad Bane, Fennec Shand, nobody dies. Cobb Vanth should be dead. Cad Bane survived a headshot, which is complete bullshit, and likely survived Book of Boba Fett as well. Dave Filoni literally created time travel just so he could save Ahsoka. Ahsoka should be dead. Rex being some random guy on Endor is bullshit. He would be decaying at this point with the accelerated growth rate. Point is, Dave doesn't like killing characters, and this becomes even more obvious when we spend a majority of the episode trying to fix IG-11, and likely the next few episodes as well. This completely undermines his sacrifice in Season 1 and also contradicts Din's arc, as he is cool with all droids now, so why does he want this specific one when he can just get another IG unit? And also, if they could have just fixed them, why didn't Din just think of this after Grogu was captured by Moff Gideon? I'm sure he would have been really helpful in that season finale. So yeah, Dave Filoni's a moron. Moving on. Din goes to find a part for IG-11 and goes to recruit Bo-Katan and the other Mandalorians for his journey. But they all ditched Bo after she lost the Darksaber, so Din leaves again and the episode just kind of ends. So yeah, that was an episode. It's not horrible, but its downsides do drag it down a lot. Lots of filler, there's moments that just drag and add nothing for no reason. The opening, the hyperspace scenes, and setup with the pirates don't really move the plot at all. This episode feels like a mid-season filler episode, not a season premiere. It's fine, but I'm not hooked.
Take him. But you will leave my ship immediately, and we will go our separate ways. I was acting.